Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rukakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace and blessings to the elect out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity.
God.
Alright, I'm the brother Zahab, and to my left is
Brother Karab.
Alright, and we're two brothers from the GMS Memphis camp, and we're gonna this lesson's gonna be about the mark of the beast and what type of spirit you should be in when you're tempted with that. You know, we're gonna get into some scriptures explaining, you know, that hour of temptation when you're tempted to take that mark of the beast, and you know, and go into the scriptures and see how men of the Lord, you know, denied such temptations. All right.
What we started there, Revelation 13.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
And that's Esau Edom. You know, he gave life unto the image of the beast, and that beast was the Roman Empire. All right, all those philosophies are back today via the EU and NATO. All right, so those Western European countries and America, you know, all those philosophies are back, such as democracy. It's okay to be a homosexual, the LGBTQ community. You can worship whatever you want, and but it says there's going to be a time where if you don't, you know, worship that image, or if you're not down with those kind of philosophies, you're going to be killed. And then read verse 16.
And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
All right, and we break this down a lot, and we'll break it down even more until, you know, we're out of here. That mark is a charagma. That word mark is charagma in the Greek, which refers to an incision. All right, and what they're going to do is they're going to insert that RFID microchip. There's a bunch of information on that, whether it be in their head or their forehead, or in their
right hand.
Yeah, right hand or in their forehead. You know, and you're not gonna. Did you read that part where no man can buy or sell?
Next verse. And that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
All right, so plain and simple, you're not gonna be able to function in society without that mark. All right. And recently, Microsoft just got a patent on that software that's going to go into that microchip, where it takes certain body movements, and it registers that as a proof of work to mine for cryptocurrency, so you can get paid as long as you got that that mark in you.
It's about to go into a cashless society, you know. So everybody right now, you can't pull Jay from looking at his phone and being online and going through the internet, you know, right now. So Jay got that spirit on him. So when that time comes to implement this chip, this new technology that they've been had for years, when it's time to get this thing implemented and this thing started, and y'all gotta take it, man, it's gonna be what the scriptures say. I'm gonna go ahead and get it, dog, in the spirit, you know.
Yeah, and if I can add on, you know, they like tattoos, things as tattoos and piercings, those have been normalized, you know, in pop culture to get you ready for, you know, this cashless society. And all these movies, you know, preemptive programming, you know, such as ever since the late 90s, or even the 80s, they've been introducing that idea of, you know, cyborgs and, you know,
AIs,
technology implants and all that stuff, getting you used to that idea.
Yeah, this is the account right here, you know, in Revelations, because Jake, you gonna take that chip, man, because you ain't been getting yourself, you Latinos, Native American, Indians, you know, Dominican Republics, Brazilians, Jamaicans, all y'all is gonna take that chip, man, because y'all ain't been seeking Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And if you don't take that chip, this was gonna happen to you, man. This is Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. You know?
And that spiritually Sodom and Egypt is here in America. You know, because that's where they push sodomy and that spirit of Egypt, which means bondage, slavery. That's where that is pushed most heavy at. All right, and it says where the Lord was crucified because he's spiritually crucified here.
Yeah.
You know, they said that he's a so-called white man, that he loves everybody, that he's soft as shit.
He loved the homosexual, so it's okay to be with the fuck. I mean, with the what you want to be. You know. Let's go ahead and get the.
Oh no, grab Revelation 14 first. Because this is what's gonna happen if you get that, take that mark. You know.
This is Revelations 14, verse 9 and 10. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation.
So it says if you receive the mark or worship the image, you know, because I'll put it to you like this. It said the reason why it says or worship his image is because you got a lot of people that know something's fishy with that RFID chip.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they want to hold on to American philosophies. They want to see America great again. They don't want to go into that new world order. So if you're still holding on to this American philosophy, might as well take the chip. You know. That's why I said, because, you know, you got people that understand that, you know, the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, but they want America to continue on forever. So that's why it says anyone who worships the image or receives the mark, you know, the Most High is going to pour out that indignation on you, man.
Going to put out their wrath. And guess what, man? Hebrews 10:31. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You want me to go ahead and keep reading on that thing? It said, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Hey, you know what that fire and brimstone is? That's those nuclear missiles. Right? That's something that you don't want to take part in. You want to be delivered from that. You know. So when you're during that time where, you know, you only got two choices, whether you take the RFID chip and, you know, you submit to Esau, the so-called white man's philosophies, the devil that the Bible speaks of, or you can, you know, you ride or die for the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, you're either gonna die by Esau's at the hand of Esau, worshiping and being faithful to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You're gonna die by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, trying to be faithful to Esau's philosophies. You know, the choice is obvious, but, you know, people don't have a choice, right? Because salvation is only for the elect. You know, if you can receive this truth, then more than likely, you know, you're called to be part, and, you know, only time will tell if you're chosen.
Yeah.
You got something?
Just a little add on. We fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We don't fear man. You know, that's in the scriptures. You know, we fear the one and true, the true only. You know what I'm saying? Power, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. No gods are with him. He is the only one, man. He is the Alpha and Omega, man. You know, him and his son. He gave all dominion to his son Yahushai, and they are both Qadar men, which means Qadar in Hebrew. In English translation, it means dark skin. You know. This is Revelations 20:4. Them beheaded, And this is Revelations 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years.
You know, so they said, hey, behead me. You know, cut off my head. I'm not taking that mark. I'm not bowing down to the image of the beast. You know, I'm not with that philosophy. You know, I'm gonna die for the witness of Yahweh Shai. And then what it says that they're gonna reign with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years, which is, you know, that represents that kingdom everlasting, man. You know.
And then what makes it beautiful, you know, he got me amped up when he was like, man, cut the head off, you know. Here it is, man. We want all smoke, man. But guess what, man? In order for me to say that, it's because I fear in Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord tell you to boast in the fear of the Lord. Fear him, man. You know, fear him because he got your back, man. He ain't gonna never let you down, man. He gonna always put a overcoming spirit on you. And what they go with, brother? They go right with 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter, about the overcoming spirit.
Yeah, I got a quick one. This is Psalm 118:6. It says, "The Lord is on my side; I will not fear. What can man do unto me?" You know. So it's continuing on. "The Lord taketh my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me." You know, so I mean, hey, if the Lord's on our side, what can stand against? You know, like you're suffering for the Lord, like the Lord's, you know, you're on the Lord's team. I mean, the scriptures say, the dead and Yahweh Shai shall arise first. You know, so all the men of the Lord that have passed away, you know, doing the Lord's service, you know, they're going to be the first ones with Yahweh Shai when he's coming back on that chariot.
That's right.
You know? And
that's why you got to be in this truth, man. In order to get that covering, what you got to do, fear the Lord and keep his commandments, man. Preach the 100% truth. Tell people that the mark of the beast is coming soon. Keep pushing it, man. That's the point about us. We keep going. We keep enduring. We keep pushing. You might get tired of the same message, but get what? That message is gonna click in your head during that time of Jacob's trouble, and you gonna remember that it was prophets among y'all, and y'all gonna be seeking us, and we gonna be gone, cause the Lord gonna remove us, man.
That's that Ezekiel 33. When this comes to pass, and lo, it will come to pass, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them,
man. They gonna know, man. Y'all gonna know, man.
But yeah, you can get that 2 Maccabees. Because we're gonna get into it. You can start reading it.
Yeah. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 7 in the Apocrypha. It said, "It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips."
Yeah, scourges and whips. You know, beating and whipped, man. You know, because they didn't want to eat the swine's flesh. They didn't want to eat pork. They didn't want to. Ultimately, they feared the Most High and didn't want to break His commandments.
Because pork is abominable. You know, it's a beastly thing. It got demons on it.
Yeah.
Just like that chip. That chip gonna have. That's why the Lord say, who take it, you gonna get destroyed. The Lord gonna kill you so bad because you took that beast. And this is the same occupation right here in the scriptures of 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter. This is the same story. Yeah, the swine deal with food, but the swine that we're talking about here is the mark of the beast.
Because also that word charagma, which is that Greek word for mark, in that scripture of the mark of the beast, it can also mean a brand. You know, like what you do to your livestock. You know, if you own a ranch, you got livestock, you put your brand on them. You know, same thing with that mark of the beast. That's Esau branding your ass, claiming ownership.
Yeah.
And if you are willingly taking that, then you're saying, like I'm owned by Esau.
What the scriptures say? You trust in oppression. You trust in bondage. You want to stay here. And guess what, man? We don't want to stay here, man. As in I speak of the elect, man. Lord willing, we be those men. But the elect out there, man, they is tired of this, man. We preaching unto the elect. 12,000 from each tribe, man. That's gonna come to their senses. The other tribes, they not gonna come to their senses, man. They gonna have to die in their sins. And guess what? They gonna take this chip They're gonna be killed, and that's gonna be they're gonna come back in the kingdom righteously, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they're speaking to Israel only, because those are the only people that can that has repentance. All you other heathens, you Africans, you Gooks, you Chinese, Japanese, Edomites, you Russians, you Germans, etc. Man, y'all this truth is not for y'all, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Although we do have Israelites scattered amongst the world.
Yeah, Israel scattered.
But as a whole, you know, Israelites are so-called, you know, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans.
God. It said, but one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our Father.
Mm-hmm. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
You know, they said, all right, you want us to do what now? It's like, nah, what? All right. I mean, like, you know, because it said that they already, you know, got beaten and whipped. Yeah, so they already knew what was up. They're like,
just go ahead and do what you gonna do.
Just go ahead and kill us, man.
Man, you ain't finna get nothing. Yeah. You ain't gonna get nothing, man. What the Lord said, man, don't cast your pearls to swine. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna get nothing out of us, man. We are kings. We are malaks, man. We are judges. My judgment for you, I don't speak, Lord willing, we be that elect. My judgment for you is way worse than what you got for me. Mm-hmm. You carnal minded, that leads to death. My judgment is spiritual. My judgment is righteous to the soul. Only the Lord can put that judgment within me to handle you Edomites, man. You so-called white people, and then you other nations that join hands with this whore, this beast system. You know. It says which forthwith, now start at 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot.
You know, because they're, you know, cooking up that swine. Yeah. Go ahead.
Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that speak first.
So while they're getting it ready, whoever, you know, spake first, he cut out their tongue. God. You know, of those 7 brothers. You know?
That's right.
Keep going.
And to cut off the uttermost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in a pan. As the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother, and to die manfully, saying thus. And before I get there, man, that was beautiful, because they put him in a boiling pot, basically. Mm-hmm. You know, they heated it up. And yes, that's real, because you could go into the look into the damn, what was the kills, man? The night time kills, like during the 1500s, 1400s, 1300s. The how Romans used to prosecute people that went against them in the land. They used to cut off the head. You know what I'm saying? You used to get your hand cut off for stealing. You know, you get in a boiling pot. You know what I'm saying? They put you on a machine that rip your legs off. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot. They got this stuff today. You know, then you know that we are still in Roman captivity. You never heard of Rome being overthrown. Rome just broke away, and it made this little whore, which is America, man.
Yeah, when he said they cut off his uttermost parts, they cut off his fingers, cut out his tongue, and threw it in the pan. And it said while, you know, his other brothers and his mom were looking on, you know, so they're witnessing it. They were seeing what he was going through. Keep reading.
The Lord Yahweh look upon us, and in truth have comfort in us, and as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. So when the first was dead after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock.
Yeah, so, you know, after they killed the first brother, they're like, all right, same thing's going to come to the second brother. You know? So he already knew what was coming. Keep reading.
And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, and they asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? So they were talking about,
Yeah, so they scalped him. Yeah. First thing.
Pulled the hair off, man.
Yeah. You know how Gad used to do? Edomites. You know, the so-called Native Americans, they used to do the white man when he came over.
Yeah, man.
You know, so that's what they did to the second brother. But then they were like giving him a chance. He said, "All right, before we cut off, you know, all your limbs and your tongue, like we did your brother, you want to eat the flesh?" And then keep reading.
And it says, but he answered in his own language and said, no. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. And when he was at the last gabs, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the king of the world shall rise us up.
Mm-hmm.
Who was he talking about? Yahweh Shai.
So you know, that's how you know as a man of the Lord, he understood the prophecies that were coming.
Because it
He's
goes
like,
right with that scripture.
Yeah,
The dead will rise first.
Mm-hmm. So he knew he was a man of the Lord. He understood prophecy. So he's like, look, I'm willing to die for this. I already know that there's going to be a kingdom. You know, I got that part of the blessing. All I got to do is remain faithful. You know,
this is that temptation. That's the temptation we're gonna have to go through. You know, it's all fun and games. It's all cool until you have to die for something. Until you what it said, better to die for something than to stand for nothing.
Oh yeah, it's better to die a hero than live to be a coward or something like that.
I remember Harvey Dent in Batman. He said, you either die a hero
or live long enough,
or you live long enough to see yourself to become a villain.
Yeah.
And that's where that's why the Lord gonna have to come, man, because he know the temptation. He know we ain't gonna be able to be in his kingdom that long. That's why he know the exact time to come and hit this place, man. You know.
Yeah. Scriptures say, unless those days be shortened, no flesh shall be saved.
No flesh should be saved. You know, because right now our people, they become enemies. They live long enough to become villains. You know. There ain't no way you could turn them over back into their righteous mindset. You know, turn into their power. You have about Shema Shai who chose them. You know, you can't turn them back because they love the cares of this world. You know. It said, verse 9. It said, when he was at the last gabs, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the king of the world shall rise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. After him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and there right soon, holding forth his hand manfully, and said,
keep reading.
And said courageously, man, here you go. These I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. And so much that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage. Yeah. For that he nothing regarded the pains.
Yeah, so he you know, the third brother already knew what was up. He saw what happened to his brothers, so he put his hand out, stuck his tongue out. He's like, go ahead and do what you have to do. Mm-hmm. He's like, look, I'm same spirit, you know, so I'm ready to die for this thing.
They go right with that scripture. I seen them beheaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the scriptures talk about beheaded, but guess what? He seen them killed in many different ways. About, you know what I'm saying, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, for worshiping, trusting in, and knowing that a kingdom is coming. You know? And it says, this is 2 Maccabees 7:13. Now when this man was dead, also they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner.
Yeah, so the fourth brother had to suffer the same thing. And the fourth brother was in the same spirit. He was like, I'm not eating that flesh. I'm ready to ride or die with Yahweh Shai.
To live, man, is to die for Yahweh Shai. He loves that, man.
Mm-hmm. No greater love is this than
the man that laid down his life for his brother, man. That's my favorite scripture, man. I love that scripture, man, because it's sincere, man. It's beautiful, man. It shows the true love for Yahweh Shai. And guess what? Goes right with this scripture, quick.
And that makes the best movie scenes too. Yeah. You know, when somebody dies, you know, to save somebody else.
That's why the Lord says it's gonna be a testimony. It should be a testimony unto everybody. Everybody will be like, man, you a hero, man. You died for Yahweh Shai. You know?
Mm-hmm.
This is Romans chapter 8, man, starting at 38. For I was persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So the same love you showed Yahweh Shai, you showed the same love to his son as well. And it's in his son to do what the Father do. That's why he say him and the Father are one. You know, because they had the same, they was connected, man. They were one-headed. They had the same mindset, man. The downfall of Esau, Edom kingdom, the so-called white man, and the upbringing of Jacob, Yasharallah, once again. So when he was ready to die, my favorite scripture, he said, thus it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from Yahweh to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. Killed them right there, man. Killed them. Verse 15 explains, it said, afterward they brought the fifth also and mangled him. So you already know, man, he went straight in, man, with rage, man. You know, he like, whatever he did to him, man, just know that Jake meant everything that he said, man. You have no resurrection, Esau, Edom, whatsoever, man. You can cut our heads off. You know what I'm saying? You can kill our loved ones. It don't matter, man. When it all boils down, man, we got a kingdom, man. We ain't gonna be fearing death no more. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be going off. We ain't gonna be battling our flesh. So, AKA, you ain't gonna be doing nothing but fulfilling prophecy. You doing the Lord's will once again. You know, when you kill the servants of Yahweh Shema Shai, the women, the children, the Ra'as, the believers that believe in this thing too as well. You know, you can kill the little kid, he believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, you kill him, so what? He got a whole kingdom, he a malak. You know what I'm saying? This thing goes full scale, man. You think the men of the Lord is your when you feel the way how you gonna come after us, man, you gonna come after us like we are the problem.
Yeah,
like we just like we the like if you kill us, the work gonna stop. Like that ain't gonna happen, man. Like you kill us, guess what, man? A young brother that's the age of 3, that's 6 months, just came in this world. A little girl at the age of 6, 7, 13, 18, 19. Anybody that believe in this truth, man, that's of Israel only, that's, you know, Native Americans and Indians, they gonna be saved as well, man. They gonna have that power of Yahweh Shema Shai on them. They gonna have the same spirit. So do what you want to us, man. But guess what, man? Our purpose was to do what? Feed the sheep. Feed the flock. You know?
Yeah, you can grab that second Ezra 2 and then wrap it up with that Revelation 3.
Come on. And just speaking of the crown, it's beautiful. You went to that. That's beautiful, brother. Favorite scripture too. This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 42 through 45. I, Ezra, saw upon the mountain of Zion a great people, which is a people before it's a place. Yeah. So he saw the people.
Yeah, mountains represent like a government or a governing body. So, yeah, keep reading.
Whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. Revelations 14 and 14. They stood on the mountain, sung a song that nobody could know but the elect, roughly paraphrasing it, you know. 43, it says, and in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Yeah, which was Yahweh Shai.
God.
He was the one crowning people. Keep reading.
So I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these?
So Ezra was inquiring, hey, what's going on here? Keep reading.
He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and received psalms, man.
So those were the people that, you know, stood boldly for the name, for Yahweh and his son Yahushua. Not only the name, but everything that he stood for.
Yeah,
all right?
man.
Which was his promises, his covenants. They were given unto Israel.
Gospel.
Gospel, the good news, that was for Israel. You know?
The correction, the repentance, the rebuking, all that was of the Lord, not of us. When we out there, we don't be like, I rebuke y'all, and y'all ain't getting the kingdom for that. Nah, it's the Lord that's saying this, man.
Say, thus saith the Lord.
Yeah, when we go out there, we don't just be like, man, it's like it's I doing, because the Lord, Yahushua said, if I glorify myself, my glory is nothing. It is only him who glorifies, him that's above, which is Yahweh, his Father, who glorifies him, man, because he do his will. That's us.
Yeah, and that's every miracle Yahushua did, he gave glory to Yahweh.
He gave him glory to.
And then when the apostles, when they started doing miracles, they gave glory to Yahushua, because it's through his spirit that they could do those things.
Yeah.
Same thing. Hey, when we get tried and refined, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. That's why in the introduction, before we start our videos, we give praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, because it's up to his spirit that we receive this truth. You know?
And then we push it out as well. You know? In Revelations 3, verse 10 and 11, it's the ending hitter. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, man.
You know, if you keep his word, you know, you're studying, you're meditating, you're praying, you're fasting, you're trying to get close to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and you're feeding his flock. Hey, you keep his word, he's gonna keep you.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Then you know that everybody gonna be tried. Everybody. You know, now, including Esau, the wicked ruler of the world. You know, that's deceiving the people, because the Lord said a deceiver and the deceive and the